Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my YouTube videos. And in case it's your first time here, you're very much welcome. So let me take this special moment to welcome all our new subscribers. Thank you so much, people, for joining my family. Thank you for clicking on that subscribe button. Thank you for the videos that you have watched. And I hope whatever I am going to do here will be of benefit to many children out there and even grown-ups who have this trauma from childhood. So it has been a minute. Kindly forgive me if you hear some noise in the background. My little one has refused to go to sleep and it's just a little bit noisy. But I just had to do this video today. So as you can see my new beautiful hair, I did a video. I did an interview with Lynn Ngugi, and we were two ladies, and one of the subscribers from Lynn Ngugi's channel said she thought I was the house help since I had done some very neat hairlines. Yeah, I do lines to help my hair grow now that I'm just in the house most of the times and I don't have nothing much to do or many places to go to. And doing plain hair, it helps the hair grow and it restores the hairline. So I had to do this hair. I did not sleep yesterday. This wahala was real. I regretted. I wish I had just done my simple lines. They are only 200 shillings and they can take me for around 3 weeks, and my hair grows. But I had to do this. So I had to do this for a subscriber. I don't want to be told that. Yeah, so this special video is like a reaction to the interview that I had done with Lynn Ngugi show. This is a special thank you for all those who watched the video and for all those who are brave enough to leave some comments on what is affecting them or what they went through at some point in their life when they were young. And I must say, some of the comments were heartbreaking. Some I received on my DM, the calls that I received. This is not something that people should keep silent about. It is something that even the news out there, the media houses are supposed to be talking about it so that our young children are in safe hands. It's not the nannies alone. Your uncle, I don't know, niece, nephew, those friends, the people you put so close, those you trust with your children, are the same people who are taking our children through hell. So someone asked me, why did I decide to do that interview? She's wanted to talk, but she's so scared being judged by family or being judged by friends. At some point in my life, after that incident, I felt like I was not a good mother. I felt like I did not give my child that much needed protection that she needed. I felt so guilty, and it took a toll on me that I got into depression. It was bad. So I understand this mom who is telling me that she really wants someone to talk to, but she don't know how to start doing it because she's afraid of being judged. Funny enough, my interview that I did on the Lynn Ngugi show, Not even one person from my family ever called to tell me she watched the video. Maybe it is because of the pain. Okay, not even those people that I think are friends who maybe would have seen and called just telling me they watched the video. So it dawned on me that at the end of the day, it will always be about you and the decisions that you make. I was hesitant at the beginning, but I used to ask myself, what if I keep quiet with this? And there's a child who is going through this somewhere. And maybe if I talk about it, he or she can be helped. So I did not care about what my family was going to say. I did not care about what my friends will say. I did not care about what my former workmates would say. All I cared about was saving my child and another child out there. Because, these babies are very innocent. They come as empty vessels. And we are the people who like fill them with things. So can you imagine trying to give your child all the best? Like you're trying all your best. Like I knew I was doing my level best. But then someone somewhere is also trying to give their level best in a negative way. So it's heartbreaking. It's painful. It's difficult to come to terms with. But one thing for sure, you should never keep quiet. Let no one bribe you. Someone told me her own brother molested her baby several times, and when they found out, the mom to the baby reported to the police and the brother was arrested, and the mom was begging the sister to go to the police and withdraw the case so that they can come solve this case back at home. This mom refused, and now the whole family is against her. How selfish can people be? All they are worried about is about someone who's been arrested for being a pedophile. But they're not worried about the innocence of this child that has been taken away. They're not worried about what if this child grows and someday someone brings it up in a way that is not pleasing. And then the child finds out, my mom knew that I was defiled, but she preferred to keep quiet so that she could preserve the family name. What is more important? Is it the health of the child, or is it preserving a family name? So after my interview, I received several calls. I received several messages. Some of them were heartbreaking, some of them were encouraging, and I bless Lynn for starting such an honorable channel that makes people pour out their heart. I felt so light after that. And then from the comments, I felt like I am not alone. From the calls, from the messages. So when you talk it out, it makes you feel so light. It makes you feel like you don't own that problem alone, because there are some people whose children have even experienced worse. Though when it comes to anything that interferes with a child's innocence, there is nothing little about it. Every little thing has weight. But there are those whose children were defiled to the point of death. And they silenced because they're trying to protect the dignity of the family. What is a family's dignity as compared to the life of a child? Hmm? What do you gain, even where that child is, knowing very well my parents did not seek justice? And you, as a parent, how does it make you feel? So I made sure to go through all the comments that were on that video, and someone said that I gave too many chances. I agree. You know, in my life, growing up, at some point in my life, things were not all that rosy, and I did not have a place, a good place I would call home. And the type of treatment I received was not a treatment that I would give someone. And I said to myself, if God ever blesses me with a place I can call my own house, I will live with someone's child the way I would have loved people to live with me. And I think that is just me. I see so much good in people, and no matter how bad things are, I still try to see beyond the bad. And maybe at the back of my mind, I always feel like maybe this can be rectified, or maybe this person can change, and things like that. And yes, I agree. Several times, the people I gave chances have come back to slap me on the face. But it's just who I am. Kama hauna roho mbaya, kuna venye unaweza force kukuwa na roho mbaya. I am a very stern person, by the way. But I give people that freedom to let them feel like they are living in a house. They are living with people. I would not want someone to fear me to the point of akiniona nikiingia kwa mlango sitting room, anaingia kwa choo mpaka niingie bedroom. That is not a way to live with people. But again, people take advantage. When you are too good, mtu anakuja anakuzoea, and now she feels like she owns some shares in your house, or maybe she's your mate and things like that. And that's where they get all they take the advantage, let me say. But it's okay. Even if someday God elevates me to a place where I will still need someone to be with, to help me take care of my house, maybe when I'm away, I cannot ever treat someone bad because of what I had experienced in the past. People are different. But maybe all I will be is more vigilant, and one mistake, someone is out. That's it. So I don't know. Sijui nafaa kukuwa na sura yenye nakaje, because kama ni sura serious, people say I have a serious face. So I don't, it's because I don't know. Sijui. So that's it. And then these people, you leave them with your children too. So you want to create an environment for them that even if you're not around, you know that your kids are in safe hands. You may go mistreating a nanny, na ukitoka anatoa ile makasiriko kwa mtoto wako. You find mtoto was pinched, alinyimwa chakula, maybe aliachwa kwa kitanda the whole day, amejikojolea hapo, no diaper was changed, hajaoshwa and stuffs like that. And umetoka kazi, umechoka, you want to just eat, sleep, like shower and sleep, unabeba tu mtoto kidogo. Before you realize, a lot of damage has been caused. That's where you find some people, they try to embrace these nannies, to bring them close, to give them that freedom, so that for the safety of their children, I will say. But most people do take advantage, unfortunately. So I went through the comments, and I'm just going to read a few of those that touched me. So kindly forgive me when I turn my face this way, because I want to read from my laptop. So one comment that stood out for me. This lady said, this happens way more often than people think. It's time we bring it in the open. Children being abused, children being molested. It can be domestic, it can be physical. You know, when parents are fighting in front of the children, a child grows up knowing that the only way to solve a conflict is through maybe fights. And then some become maybe triggered with simple things in life. They may even end up committing suicide wakiwa huko wakubwa. So these things happen, and it is time we bring it to light. We bring it to the open. Let us speak. It is all about your child. What if this child grows up and someone, a stranger, tells her, do you know you were raped when you were 3 years old and your mom was given 50,000 and she never talked about it? And then your child comes and asks you, Mom, is this true? And then you're like, yes, we decided to solve it as a family. It's like you sold your child's innocence. Do you think this child can never forgive you? No matter how much you will try to explain. Let us talk. A child is found once. No matter how many children you give birth to, you can never replace that one that you have lost. Especially if you lose her or him in the wrong hands. Another one that touched me, someone said, Lynn, this was very emotional for me. It reminded me of my early childhood. Being a young boy, our house help used to make me sleep with her and do a lot of oral sexual activities to her body. There's just a lot she did to me until one time my mom came home unannounced and caught her in the act. This had been happening for a long time because both of my parents used to leave early morning for work and come back late. It was a dark past that really affects me to date. At a young age of 4 to 6 years, I was introduced into adult acts. Even now, I still sometimes get flashbacks on the things she used to do to me. Parents should be careful who they leave to take care of their kids. It's a crazy world out here. This is a 6-year-old or a 4-year-old whose parents have entrusted his life to a house help they pay every month. They leave every day very early in the morning and come late in the night, which is the normal trend of those who are in the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. job. Here in Kenya, I can say because I am in Kenya, so I can relate to Kenya. You leave so early, ndio usishikwe na jam. You leave work at 5, jam imeshikana Thika Road already. Sometimes you stay up to 3 hours on the road. You get to the house at 8:30. Your child has eaten, showered, and maybe even slept. The following morning, you are up by 5, even 4. You don't know what is going on with your child. So you are left, you are in between. Can I continue going to work? Can I take care of my child? Let's say you are a single parent. If you sit home to take care of your child, mtakula nini? How are you going to pay bills when same after liter tatu is almost 1,000 shillings? It's that hard. So another one says, I don't regret releasing my house help when I found out she was going out with my son and daughter to his boyfriend, because you never know what they are being exposed to. Some house helps are just evil. You leave for work, you leave everything in the house, food, everything they may need during the day. Immediately you step out of that door. She also dresses the kids and off they go. God, what type of... In whose hands are our children safe? Let me ask that. Someone says, and this is a lady, healing is a process, but oh my, I was exposed at a young age. At 7 years, I was addicted to adult content. This trauma is a pain in my ass. I was molested and I had no one to tell since the people around me never noticed. It's painful, but God will see me through. May God protect my baby girl. Some of these things we may never notice. Like, it might take time before you notice, because when these things are happening to the child, they're also cautioned. Usiseme. I know, seeing the relationship, maybe you've brought the nanny so close so that your child can be safe, and then now your child respects the nanny. So the moment she's told, don't talk about this, she decides to keep quiet about it. And now this happens and happens and happens, and it becomes a habit. By the time maybe unaitwa shule, and you can't accept that's your child, because according to you, your child is the most disciplined baby ever. So someone says, me, I was introduced with our house help at age 4. Hiyo time niliwatch kama cartoon. It sounds funny, but when nilifika class 6, hiyo kitu ikarudi, because hapo nishaanza kujua vitu, so nilikuwa na kuwatch, and this affected me so much, kiwango yenye ilinifanya niingie kwa relationship at the age of 13. Thank God I never got pregnant, but this thing really affected me so much. I got married at 19, but still I was watching it, na nilipenda sana. I think kushinda ata my husband, because I could choose that over my husband, and this made us kuwa na mashida. Like me, naona niko na job, naweza ona na nikue tu sawa without him. Today I thank God so much, because he delivered me from it. I stopped watching it last year, 2020 July. I decided to serve God fully, so I knew it. This does not glorify my heavenly Father. So I pray about it, and how I stopped, and now me and my husband are best friends. Na imagine, hata tuko the same country, ako Dubai and me Saudi. With God, all things are possible. And someone says her childhood was terrible. She hates it. Another one says she doesn't know how to tell her 3-year-old who was ruthfully defiled. Hata sijui nitaanza kumwambia aje. But those are just some of the comments that I read. I cannot read all of them. Some of them are like, most of them, of the people who are talking about their experiences, they were heartbreaking. And funny enough, a mom called me, and her child was defiled in church. And she went to church to talk to the pastor, and the pastor's response was, hii yako hata ni kidogo. Kuna wenye wamepitia kubwa kuliko hii yako. I think the baby's dress was lifted and a finger inserted. So because she's young, she's 6. She's I think 6. She's 3. She was 3 years. She came home and she was not walking properly. So they took her to the hospital and everything was okay, but there was just a little interference. And then the pastor says, hii yako hata ni kidogo. Kuna wenye wako na kubwa kuliko hii. Really. But I thank God for the lady we were with at the interview, Wanjiku. God. That lady has, do I call it wisdom? She was smart. And I hope she doesn't keep that to herself. She shares that knowledge that she has, which is God-given by by God to other people. She told me this has happened, but it can be undone. And the only way to bring up a child is when you partner with God. And it's true, because as humans, we cannot do it perfectly. We are not perfect. But when you let God do it in your behalf, everything works out perfectly. I was at a point in my life, I stopped praying, because anytime I would go down on my knees, I felt so guilty. I used to pray my rosary at 3 a.m. every morning. But it got to that point where every time I went on my knees, just tears would flow. Parenting is not easy. And I'm okay now. I'm perfect. And what I told God was, God, if you deliver my child from this, if you deliver me from this pain, if you give me my strength back, I am going to create a platform for every parent who is willing to speak out there. Because these people who have grown, who are having some problems, there are things that happened to them in their childhood. And that's why I thought I'm not going to limit this channel to talking about kids' stories alone. What about that woman who was defiled at a young age and grew up with this, not going through any therapy, not having any prayers or deliverance, not talking to anyone? How have they coped? How are they coping? What challenges are they going through? What do they wish would have been done that would have made things better for them? Anyone, let's bring out this demon. Let's talk about this. Let's save our children. These kids are so innocent. These are our future leaders of tomorrow. And I used to look down on myself and say, maybe I just have a small phone that I'm using to record. But you people are watching this, right? If I have to tell someone's story, even if I will record with my phone and my small lapel, I will do it. Let this voice just be heard out there. Let us save these children. A child should be given a conducive environment to grow in. Let them grow and enjoy childhood. When they get to their time of introducing themselves to adult content, they will, because this is nature. They're not going to be children forever. That uncle, that nephew, that niece, that best friend, that classmate. And then, when these things happen, most of them you don't even expect. Most of the times you don't expect. Ikitu inakuchapa na, you are called in school and you told your child has done this and you're like, no. If I would have been called in school and told my child is doing something, I would have bluntly refused. My child can ever do anything like that. I have raised my baby in the best way possible. Little do I know that someone is also helping me raise my baby. So I am glad I spoke out. I am glad I opened a mother's eye out there. I am happy for the calls I received, for the messages I received, for the comments I read. It made me know that there is a lot of work to be done to create a safe space for the children. Aki, being a parent is a blessing, but it comes with so many hardships. At a point of my life, I even wished I never gave birth. It would have made things easier for me, But then I tell myself, there are also people who have been waiting for the past 10 years for the fruits of their wombs. So I am blessed. So if you have a story, if you feel you want to speak, and this I'm giving an exception because I want to know the young adolescents. There are things they experience, premarital sex, that they do because they cannot afford the basic needs, and there are things that they need. You see, like when it gets to that time of the month, you're going to receive your flower whether you like it or not. Periods zitakuja upende usipende. Let's say you are back home with your parents in the village. Sometimes even getting 50 shillings is a problem. So you tell your mom, "Mom, unaweza nisaidia 50 bob nikanunue pads?" And the response will be, "Ni pads tutanunua ama ni chakula nitawanunulia?" What other choice do you have as a girl? Na umepata mtu wa boda hapo nje is telling you, "If I sleep with you once, I will buy you pads." You find yourself doing that. It is not consensual. It is something you're doing because you don't have a choice. And that's why I wish we can get to that place where many women as possible can adopt a girl child or adopt a school. Let's say the primary school that you went to. Adopt that school. If you are 10 people, I don't know how much a box of pads costs, but I'm sure haiwezi fika 5,000. You adopt a school and say every month we're taking pads so that the children are safe. I know it's not only pads that they need, but this can curb something. But for the moment, let us speak. Let us speak for our children. Because when you talk, maybe there's just someone out there waiting for you to speak so that they can come to your rescue. And most of this time, we worry a lot about what other people will think, not thinking about the aftermath of our silence. So I am happy I spoke out. I don't regret. I am happy I got help. And I hope through my channel, if I can highlight these challenges, many children will get help out there. And this channel will be solely dedicated to those children. Maybe someday it will get to that point that it can generate some income where we will not even need to look for someone to sponsor a child to help them get a therapy. We will help them get therapy through the funds we will receive from this channel. And that has always been my prayer. And I know God will answer. So a special thank you to Lynn for the opportunity, for offering me a platform. A special thank you for every mother and every dad who came up, who opened up, who commented, who called me, who sent me messages. I appreciate. And if you feel you have a story you want to tell, I am here. And I know some girls, okay, the adolescents are sensitive. That's why I say if I am to cover an adolescent story, it's either we will see their back and listen to their voice, or we cover the face. We don't want our children being tortured out here. They still have a long way to go. A special thank you to Lyndon. Thank you so much. If you will watch this, thank you so much for giving me a platform to speak. Thank you so much for making me meet a fellow mom who made me see all this in a different way. I am grateful. I am honored. And I hope I can do this. It is my prayer that I will rescue even just one child. That one child who will not have anything to pay me back, but a thank you. If I will rescue just one child, who will come back and tell me thank you. I will have lived my mission, and I know I will do it. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I know it's going to be long. Please msiache kuwatch katikati. Make sure you watch this video to the end because it is very, very important. And send me those DMs. I'm Judy Arego everywhere. Judy with double D. Judy Arego on Facebook, Judy Arego on Instagram, and I'm leaving my number, my WhatsApp number. You can send us your story and we will air it. It's strictly WhatsApp message, guys. You WhatsApp me, I call you back. Or send me an Instagram or send me a message on Facebook. And I will get back to you. Thank you so much guys for watching this. I am back. I'm not planning to go silent anytime soon. Yeah, and this seems like a tough journey, but I hope I will do it. Not I hope, I know. I know I'm going to do it in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, Judy Arego. And if you've not subscribed to my other channel, it's called I Am Judy, and there I cook. Guys, I am a perfect cook. I cook, I tell stories, and we do everything on that other channel. This one, I wanted to make it special for this kind of stories. Let's change a life. Let's impact lives positively. So if I talk, I know I may talk until tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much guys. Thank you for the audience. Thank you for those who have subscribed. As I begin this journey, I know it's a tough one, but with God, I know it's going to be possible. Send me those DMs. Even if you don't want your face shown, we will cover the face. Just let us get it out there that there is something happening that is supposed to be said, and these children are supposed to be helped. So guys, thank you so much for watching this, and I am so grateful. Yes. Let's meet on the next one. Don't forget to like this video, guys. Like, and subscribe to my channel. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Leave your advices. Let me know what you think. Until next time, I say bye.